Hello, everybody. It's me again. I'm really bored, so I'm going to be reviewing this and another creepypasta. And today I have a pal with me. Say hi.
Hi.
Anyway, on to this terrible story. It's called Redrum. It's tasty. It's really short. So after this, we'll be doing another one. Anyway,
I think it's my favorite kind of rum, the red kind. What do you think?
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
Also, hey,
orange, not bad. You know.
Also, hey, do you get it? Red rum, backwards murder.
Oh, I should have known.
It's like that one twist from that one movie, Troll 2, where it's just like Nilbog. Nilbog spelled backwards is goblin. Best movie.
Never saw it coming.
Anyway, on to the story. Red rum is tasty. Firstly, something is wrong. Curious.
All right.
Already we have a grammar error.
Oh,
already. Oops, sorry, that's my mouse. All my games are gone but one. Period. Only one. Period. the only one left that my friend created. Only this one that I'm holding currently in my hands. Only this specific object. Oh, period. Okay, think me, I thought.
What? Is that real? Okay, think me, I thought. The I isn't even capitalized.
I know.
This is outrageous.
That's impossible.
Yeah. We feel English?
Anyway. I had never been broken into. Good for you. And I was flipping out when I found out. Out.
Hold up, can we read that again? I had never been broken into, and I was flipping out, then I found out.
Period. That I was tired and bored.
So for all the listeners out there, let's just get this out the way. There's no commas. And no consistency. This is just madness. This is, I think, an English teacher's nightmare.
Oh, I actually left a comment on this, grading it like a teacher.
Oh, yeah?
I gave it an F+.
What do you mean? You should have given it an A+ for poor grammar.
Oh. That's not supposed to be it. Anyway, that I was tired and bored. So I had never been broken into, and I was flipping out, then I found out, period, that I was tired and bored, period.
Okay.
The only game I had was a edited and renewed version of Super Metroid that was compatible with the Xbox. Not 360, just Xbox. Good, whatever you say, pal, who I am convinced is about 12 years old.
Yeah, at the oldest.
Yeah.
So who's the author, actually? Before we keep going, does it say a name anywhere?
This
is to make fun of it by name.
This is the Trollpasta wiki, so the original author is not here. It's just someone who posted it to make fun of it, really.
Genius, yeah. Well, it's working. Because we are making fun of it.
Indeed we are.
Yes.
My friend is weird to just flat out weird because he had that aroma that he was gonna do something unexpected and fatal.
Well, these sentences are unexpected and fatal.
Yeah,
so mission accomplished.
I feel like I'm losing all of my brain cells.
Yeah.
Just reading this. Anyway, his name was Gregory. Hi, Gregory.
Hi, Greg. Gory.
Greg Gory.
I see what you did there.
I've called him to come over and play the game with me. So, alright, so keep in mind, this is a tense swap right here. Because the way it's structured, it sounds like he just called him.
Yep.
He gleefully said, "Sure, when?" ? Tomorrow at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. It literally says 3, whatever that, comma, a clock.
It's like a new sentence we gotta start. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Did something else, you know. Outrageous.
I replied. When he came over, he brought his own controller to play. I turned on the Xbox and slid it in, and it went. That went to the title screen. Slid it in?
She said.
It It was regular, but I noticed he added a second player mode. It was regular, but it was irregular.
Indeed.
The contradiction fairy has come, and she's here to stay. Good for you. Oh yeah, wait, no, you're right. That's quotation marks. That's why he brought the controller. I thought. Don't you mean I think I thought? We started the first level, and it was very different from the regular version because it was the end of the regular game. But then it started what I think was an epilogue. Period. Also, I forgot to mention to all you viewers watching this, because you can see this video. It's this is a wall of text. So who doesn't love a wall of text? So it's very difficult to read this. Where we started the first level, and it was very different from the regular version. Okay. Anyways. I thought, we started the first level, and it was very different from the regular version, because it was the end of the regular game, but then it started what I thought was an epilogue. What you thought was an epilogue. Then it started what I thought was an epilogue.
Alright, yeah.
That's not even close to right, but alright. Cool, Cool, I thought this wasn't gonna be a badass bro. Cool, I thought this wasn't gonna be badass bro, I told Greg. Thanks, it took 3 years to finish this beauty. To finish a remake of Super Metroid.
Probably started when he was in the womb.
You know what, I would not be surprised. Judging from the spelling and all of that in this, I really wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. And it was a beauty, with a lot better graphics, more guns to start with. Remember the end of the game. Remember the end of the game. Just remember the end of the game.
Alright.
And to top it all of a longer game. To top it all up. To top it all of a cake.
That's hilarious because my brain corrected that for me. So when I was reading along, this is outrageous.
But clearly, the person who wrote this is extremely young, and to that person, I will have to say, I apologize for making fun of this piece of shit, but it's a funny piece of shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was like a DLC of Super Metroid had a baby with Skyrim with all of the DLCs combined.
Sure, why not?
Fun fact, I recently got Skyrim. So much like Super Metroid. Everything about it is totally the exact same. Totally not completely different genres, styles, everything. We played a first hour, and it was way different from Forum SM experience because it had a new race of aliens that you fight, and you fight infected humans that have the brain power to hold a damn gun, a damn gun, just a gun made out of a dam.
It's actually blocking a large body of water from flowing. A damn gun.
And
that shoots.
Yeah, and that's how it shoots. Just shoots water at you.
I'm a squirt gun. Yeah.
Also, I just find it kind of different. You said it was way different, like, a while ago. Like, two theoretical paragraphs ago. If only this thing had paragraphs and was not made out of edgy joke.
Yeah.
Then something caught my eye. When you walk near one, you get to see dog tags. These I don't think that's how you say dog tag. I think it's one word. Correct me on that if I'm wrong. These dog tags were blood covered from me shooting the owner, but when you look in them, they had the names of famous murderers and terrorists.
Oh.
Whatever. My friend didn't give a single flying fuck about my side of the screen. He was just going trigger happy with his new grapple exploder gun. How would that work, though? How would a grapple exploder gun function at all?
I don't know.
Does it, like, shoot a grappling hook?
That then explodes.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Also to add, he made a new search thing when you kill a boss, but all I got was a letter, first one R, next one E, then drum. R-E drum. Don't you get it?
No.
Then I got and letter was just said space is space tasty. What? Space is space tasty.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, space is indeed space tasty.
No, space is crazy tasty. I've never been.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, it tastes amazing before your head explodes. There was a collection screen for all the letters, that's why I knew this. Or that's why I know this. My friend Greg, I thought, in my own humor, was Osama bin Laden, and my mouth open, yelling, ha 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 lol.
Lol. L-A-W-L.
This is a scary story, mind you.
The grammar scary.
Oh, indeed it is.
Sentence structure scary.
Yeah.
Look what nightmares are made of.
Indeed. The nightmares of every single English teacher in Springfield. Lol. Also, one more thing. In a scary story, never use lol. Also, never spell Osama bin Laden like that. Never do that.
Latin.
Yes, Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
I thought. I went down to the collection screen and saw that was more spaces to fill. Bro, why does it say Redrum is tasty? Don't ask questions, he said demonically, like he was a fallen angel, angered and filled with wrath. What a jump!
That's
a bit of a stretch. It's a bit of a Casper stretch. Firstly, something is wrong, I thought. Secondly, what is happening? You also thought. Thirdly, why is every so angry in this game and my only life? You thought all this. Good for you. My friend turned and said what I think is baka, which means idiot or stupid in Japanese.
Huh.
Fun fact, it's a average cliche in anime and manga and stuff.
Yeah.
For people to say that to people they're in love with.
Really?
Also, never use baka in a scary story either. Also, I've read this before. He says it again.
Oh boy.
Never use it twice. Never. We got to the end of the game, every boss defeated, but the only one is left, the final boss. He is huge, strong, and fast, and defies physics.
Oh yeah.
In the land of 2D, but we be him.
We be him?
We're him.
We are him.
Yeah, we literally transformed into him.
Yeah, the boss is our inner self.
Yeah.
We be him.
I searched him, and the letter was Gregory.
Oh, that's his friend's name.
Yeah. It's not like he made the game, and that could be a final credit. I shocked. You are... I also shocked.
You shocked him with his excellent storytelling.
And then he turned around and said, I am a direct descendant to both Hitler and the real Dracula, but I'm better than both die.
Did you read that sentence again?
I shocked, then he turned around and said, I am a direct descendant to both Hitler and the real Dracula, but I am better than both die.
Huh.
Why, though?
But not even die like more than one dice? Die as in, like, die. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So...
Also, I like how they reference both Hitler and the real Dracula, which, if you don't know, was Vlad the Impaler, not Dracula.
Well, it sounds to me like his, great-great-grandfathers were Hitler and Dracula. They
got married
yeah.
and adopted a kid.
And adopted a kid, yeah.
Even though they're from completely different time periods, but
it doesn't matter.
The real Dracula
if he said it must be true.
Yeah.
It's the internet. I believe everything.
Do you really think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
Yeah, it's outrageous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He pulled out a blade. Bad idea, I thought, because I always have my handy revolver.
Oh, yeah. Never bring a knife to a gunfight.
It's high noon. I shot him two, he had said. Baka then dropped the giant blade and died. I contacted the authorities and said, nice game, bro, but firstly, Redrum is nasty without a wine glass. And that's it.
That's it?
That's the entire thing. That's how it ends. That's actually how it ends. Your thoughts?
Well, I think this guy might go to jail for murder. First of all, he shot his friend.
No, don't you know, he is the direct descendant of both Hitler and the real Dracula. Also Osama bin Laden.
No. I did the world a favor.
Yeah.
Alright, we should be, religions should be praising him.
Yes.
Basically. Yeah.
Anyway, more thoughts?
Well, it's a lot to take in. A lot to take in. I'm not really sure where to even start. Space is space tasty? Like, what does that even mean?
Oh, don't you know? It's space tasty. It's tasty, but only in space.
Okay.
My thoughts are that this was written by a 5-year-old who thought that all of this was scary and also cool.
I'm pretty scared that this is the future, and these children are our future, and they're writing this.
Oh yeah, also, fun fact, this was actually posted with no self-awareness, originally, it was posted with no self-awareness whatsoever.
Yeah?
On the original Creepypasta wiki.
Huh.
Because humanity is dead, basically.
I think there's one quote in this that really stood out to me, and I hope that it really stood out to the person that wrote it. And let me just read that quote for you here. Bad idea. Yeah.
Really, I think the one that stood out to me was, I'm a descendant of both Hitler and the real Dracula, but I'm better than both die.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was something, alright.
It did. Or it was. Anyway, on to the next terrible story.
Mm-hmm.
We're at 18 minutes here, recording this without any editing, we're at 18 minutes here. So anyway, next on to the next one, called Instant Death Disease.
Can't wait to hear that.
And hey, lucky us, this one's not a wall of text. So, we can actually read this in paragraphs.
Well, we'll see. I'm not going to jump to conclusions here about that.
Anyway, I read a paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
I read that whole story, which was a paragraph.
Yeah.
So now you get to read the first few paragraphs.
But then how am I going to eat my M&Ms and drink my Redrum?
You need coffee.
Yes, okay. But the audience didn't know that.
That's too bad. Now they know.
All right, the cat's out the bag now.
Yeah.
I was a worker working at Kolkanom Laboratories.
Kolkanom Laboratories, the greatest one.
All right, now we know.
Also Wales.
Yep. Wales. So what kind of whales do you think?
I think
humpback whales.
I think
killer whales.
Yeah, killer whales.
Yeah. Oh, well, it would make sense.
Well, it would because it's a creepypasta, you see.
Exactly.
So they're killers. Also, he was a worker. He was a bee.
Yeah, very well could have been.
Yep.
Kolkanom Laboratories, Wales.
AKA totally not Umbrella Labs.
So, we work with drugs and medical elements. Okay, that's...
Earth, water, fire, medicine.
Yeah, actually, they create cures. They create cures and vaccines.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's usually vaccines cure, right? So, I mean, a little redundancy, maybe?
Yeah.
My boss told me that whatever I do, I should never tell anyone about what we're doing.
Well, you're doing a bang-up job there, aren't you?
Considering that was the first two sentences, was exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
He began acting strangely only a few weeks ago, when we began Project
Axolotl. Axolotl.
That's an L. Goodness gracious.
It's an animal.
Is it?
Anyway, back to the video. That entire part's getting cut out.
It might not. I think it's
probably.
Good stuff.
Anyway,
so he began acting strangely only a few weeks ago when we began Project Axolotl. We were aiming to give humans the ability to regenerate lost limbs. I hear they're really working on this in real life.
I believe they are, and it's not a smart idea.
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
Because it went wrong, horribly wrong.
No, it
always says horribly once, but you know
it went horribly wrong. Period. Horribly wrong. Period.
Yeah, I'm trying to add to it because that was bad. So liven things up a little bit. My boss called me up to see him. He's a tall man with dark hair.
Slender Man.
Basically, based on this description.
Yep.
He told me that there seemed to be a problem with testing Area 5B.
Really? Is it anything like Area 51?
No, nothing like that. Area 5B. Where my best friend was working. Of course, I immediately took the job of going down there and checking with him if all was good. It was not.
Oh.
Dum dum dum.
Oh no. This is the edgiest thing I've ever seen. I'm actually getting many paper cuts.
My friend was sweating terribly and breathing heavily.
Oh, I bet he was.
His hands were shaking and he backed away from the testing area.
I bet he was shaking heavily. Ha 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 ha. Masturbation jokes. Ha ha ha.
Just embarrassed.
Yeah.
I had never been in a testing area. Well, not while there was a professor at work. Anyways,
they were working at a school then?
I guess so. Geez, they should have been teaching the other kid.
No, they should have been teaching them how to not start underground laboratories.
Yeah, or teaching them how to, proper sentence structure.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Anyways, I worked upstairs where we formed chemical combinations.
I had never been in a testing area while the professor was at work. Anyway.
Period.
Yeah.
I worked upstairs where we formed chemical combinations and researched. Yeah. Dissected and examined. Oh goodness. Period. I thought that, comma, in the testing area, comma, we'd be testing on animals. Period. No matter how cruel that sounds, it sounded a whole lot better than what they were actually doing. Testing on humans!
Bum, bum, bum.
Plot twist.
It's not like that's illegal or anything.
Shut.
It's not like that's illegal, immoral, and in every way possible.
Yeah.
Anyway, it'd be my turn to read. He backed away from the glass panel, and I stared intently at what was going on behind the glass. And then the trailer for the movie called Behind the Glass comes up.
Yeah, Behind the Glass.
And it's a porno movie from what I'm assuming his reaction was.
Oh yeah, they're testing on humans.
I stared through, asking what was wrong. His hands trembled and he tried to pull me away, telling me not to look. It was so horrible what was going on there.
Yeah, so X-rated.
Really, from the way it's written, it does sound like a bad porno.
Yeah, well, we'll see where it goes. Maybe it's just the intro.
The humans were in there, with their human limbs and their human feet. All dead. All dead. They were all dead. We'll go back up to the pub, tell the boss.
Yeah.
I immediately sickened. You sickened. Who did you sicken, exactly? Did you sicken your friend with your reaction? The idea of testing on each other sounded horrible to me. Reasonable reaction there.
Yep.
But I noticed there was one alive. All dead, but one was alive.
Of course.
She held her child in her arms, They were also testing on small children.
Huh.
This sounds like a PETA ad on how much they're trying to manipulate your emotions.
And it's working.
No, it's really not. Suddenly, she looked at the corpses, she looked at us, and mouthed something. I looked away, and didn't see. The sight of death itself proved too much for me. The Grim Reaper was in there.
Yeah, the sight of death.
He had a sight in his left arm, and strong pectoral muscles. And then he said, But I heard a sickly groan from my friend. Dread filled me. I grabbed him by the shirt and shook him. He gave a hollow rattle. He was now bones. He was now skeleton. As if there were no internal organs in him. That's not how that works at all. I felt the sudden need to get as far away as I could. I cupped my hands over my ears and closed my eyes, running, although bumping into walls, all the way back into my boss's office. Whatever you say, you probably would have killed yourself if this really was testing on humans. You probably would have run into a few of the experimenting rooms or whatever.
Yeah, maybe chip down some stairs, take a tumble. Yeah, knock over some yeekers,
some acid maybe. Hopefully.
Yeah, some chemicals.
Hopefully some acid so the story would end sooner.
Yeah.
I told him frantically what happened. Frantically. Frantically. That sounds like the beat of a song. Frantically. Waving my arms madly. I had gone insane and became a mime. My boss's eyes opened wide, but then he smiled. He grinned, began laughing. Mwahaha! I am so evil. Mwahaha! That laugh was not of mirth, it was of insanity. It drove me mad. He is insane, I told you.
You knew it.
His demonic chuckle screamed through the room. He was the Joker. He explained that all of that was what he explained. Totally. We had been forming a disease, a new special disease. It made people go into special ed school immediately. It would instantly kill our opponents. He had injected one dose into the text subjects in 5B. He told one of the men to read off a card. Once he read it, he gave out a sickening gasp. He was dead. Gasp! I have been killed. Make a grave for me in my mother's maiden name. He was dead. Good for you. Good for him. When his body was examined by scientists, just a few rooms away from me, the thought of this caused me to vomit. Well done. So seeing people dead, perfectly fine. You won't vomit. But hearing about people dying, that makes you just throw up.
No. It's the fact they were dying, but being examined a few rooms away. That's really the push them over the edge there.
Yeah, examining dead bodies for research. The most sickening thought. They found that he had lost all of his internal organs all at the same time. His death had been instant, but excruciatingly painful for that fraction of a second. It's not like there are simpler ways to do it in the exact same way, like shooting someone in the heart, for instance.
Guillotine.
Guillotine?
Yeah.
Alright. The thing is, the woman next to him heard what he said and suffered a similar fate, only mouthing the words to the man next to her. Then he then shouted the words only heard by the baby. The last woman was deaf and mute. The woman was terrified of losing her baby. She went insane. Blah, blah, blah. I am not reading this bit because it is depressing. Let's see. That was too much to bear. The card was shown again. After reading it and mouthing the words to my best friend, died. Anyone who says the name of the disease, reads it, hears it, sees it in lip read, feels it in braille, sees it in Morse code, because that's how Morse code works, or click code in any language, is instantly killed. Instant, although unbelievably painful, he says.
Huh.
Fun fact, Wanna know what this does? The disease does? It makes all of their organs magically disappear.
Yeah, so I assume some kind of acid. Maybe it disintegrates them.
Nope, it just makes them magically disappear.
Oh, it's magic.
No, it's not explicitly stated that it's magic.
But it basically is.
Yeah, it's magic, though.
I bet you that the head magician is David Blaine. Definitely who's behind all this.
Mind freaks.
Yeah.
That or it's Blade Runner, but I doubt it.
That or Ashton Kutcher's about to run in and say,
I don't get the reference.
"You've been punked."
Oh. Hello, I'm Ashton Kutcher, and welcome to Jackass.
Jeez.
And anyway, he asked me if I wanted to know the name of the disease. I screamed no, I covered my ears, and ran outside of the door.
Bet you didn't get it first try. Covered his eyes, his ears. He was just running in that direction.
When I peered back, my boss was laughing. He hadn't even said it. Good. I think the no would have been enough then.
Yeah.
You complete moron.
Yeah.
I went home, trying not to think about it. When I went to bed, I dismissed it as a crazy dream, or B, my boss pulling a prank. Hey, it is Jackass.
Yeah.
However, I felt like I was lying to myself. That's because you were, you complete moron. I couldn't help but feel that way, period. I couldn't get to sleep, period. I felt a churning in the pit of my stomach, comma. My head throbbed like it was imploding. So it was... his brain had become a black hole.
Caving into itself.
Just as mine feels like it's about to. And I felt as if someone had taken a sledgehammer to my shins. I
probably just banged really hard on the coffee table.
That or he lives in Detroit. Then someone really did take a sledgehammer to his shin. Also probably stole his TV.
Yeah.
If he had a TV, of course. And it wasn't replaced with a burning trash can.
Yeah, possible.
Deciding to call in sick, I rung up my boss in the morning. I explained to him. He just laughed. His sickening chuckle dissolved into a disconcerting giggle. It dissolved. His sickening chuckle dissolved.
Yeah. Maybe transition would have been a better word.
Or dissolved, maybe?
Oh yeah, my brain fixes these errors.
I'd just like to imagine like the sound waves of his chuckle just like vanishing like as if they heard the instant death disease. He told me, okay, but I'd be missing out.
Oh, what's he gonna be missing out on?
It was all in the newspaper.
How did word get out so fast?
I don't know. that word, laboratories, shut down. All employees found dead. Yay! Company president, Mr. B.H. Large.
Alright.
B.H. Large, that's his name.
What do you think the B and the H stand for?
Big Head Large.
Yeah, probably.
Or Mr. Burns.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Found dead in his office. No evidence of how deaths occurred. No one knows how any deaths happened. No weapon found. No gas leaks. Gas leaks don't tend to kill you. They just tend to make you hallucinate. Then kill you. But you realize it and get out of the building really fast unless you had a brain cell.
Well, if you're at the code, there should be alarms in the building that tell you that there's been a gas leak, so you can dip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sign of an accident. Only worker survived. C.W. Dickinson stayed home sick. Huh. So he tells us. I just like to imagine him like, "Oh, hey, boss, I'm not feeling up to the weather. My head's hurting a bit. My throat's a bit itchy. Oh, really? You'd be missing out on the massive death cult we'll be having." Oh no, I would, but I got a case of the runs, you know. Fine, but you'll be missing out.
I bet you they're gonna frame them.
No.
All right.
I couldn't take it. I packed everything I could grab into a suitcase, smashed open my rainy day jar, the contents of which amounted to 50 pounds. 50 pounds in a rainy day jar. That can't even afford rent.
Yeah, definitely not.
Oh, also, why haven't the police gone to his house yet? Obviously, he'd be the number one suspect, and considering it's the UK, he'd probably be arrested on the spot. I mean, if people can be arrested for telling jokes on Twitter, topical humor, everybody. Anyway, back to this pile of shit. And stuffed notes and coins into my wallet, which now felt like a lead weight. I'd assume that's what the writer was carrying then, because it feels like it was made out of lead.
Or it feels like he was poisoned by the lead.
Exactly, that was the joke. I started up my car, cranked up the radio, regardless of what was on, and floored it.
Probably listening to some Liza Minnelli.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just play. He was playing Sonic R while driving. I drove as far as I could until I had almost crossed the border.
Ooh.
The Mexican border? Has Trump still not built that wall that he said he would? Even though this is in Britain? Whatever. The radio buzzed. It buzzed feed. This just in from the 11th laboratories case. The dead seem to have no internal organs. There is no sign of laceration or wounds. It's almost as if their internal organs simply vanished.
Please.
Fine. This is the shittiest magician's trick ever. Just, I'm gonna make this man's organs disappear. You can't see it, but I'm gonna make them disappear.
So isn't the skin an organ? So, they'd have no skin.
I don't think the skin... I think the skin is skin and an organ is an organ.
Nope. I'm pretty sure skin is an organ. I'm looking it up.
Alright. Alright. And if it disagrees with me, I'm cutting this out.
Is skin an organ?
Bum, 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 bum. Human skin is the outer covering of the body, and
in humans, it is the largest organ. So the skin is an organ.
So they just be bones then.
Bones.
And blood. And a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Which would make them entirely unidentifiable. Probably. Maybe.
Well, I don't know. Fingerprints. Oh, teeth.
What?
Teeth.
Even then.
We can identify bodies with teeth.
That's insane. But recording CCTV had a 3-letter message.
Yeah.
But this seems instant. But recordings, CCTV, and a 3-letter message scrawled by one of the employees may prove that it certainly wasn't painless. What was the 3-letter message? Was it ow? Was it ouch? What could what word could mean pain that's 3 letters?
I don't know.
The only thing I can think of is ouch.
Or no, 2 O's.
No. I crammed a CD in and slammed the pedal. You slammed it shut, it's a door.
Yeah.
Doing a half-ish U-turn, an L-turn? How do you not know what a U-turn... You can draw... Clearly...
A half-ish U-turn is just a right or a left turn.
Exactly.
You just change directions.
No, don't you know? It's an L-turn.
An L-turn? Good.
How do you not know what an L-turn is? You complete idiot. I went for the countryside. Country songs. Play now, if only I cared enough to edit. I drove and droned aimlessly. Yes, that was my bad. He didn't drove and droned, although it does feel like he's droning on and on and on. Anyway, aimlessly following the roads roughly north. I didn't stop until I ran out of gas. Idiot. Well, depending on how far you are from civilization and how far in the countryside you are, you're either fucked or you're fucked. Or your bill is fucked. And you'll be out that 50 pounds.
Or you could have just thought about it for 2 seconds and stopped. When you saw a gas station, you're just letting it run out.
Oh, no, or he was lucky enough to run out of gas at a gas station,
Yep.
Which never happens in real life. But
in creepypasta land, you never know.
That's the name of the terrible game as well. I might show you, and we might record us playing.
All right.
How absolutely horrible it is. Anyway, I didn't stop until I ran out of gas. Where I grabbed my cases and ran. When I entered a field and I couldn't carry my cases anymore, I threw them in a ditch. Wow. Just wow. Why did you bring those supplies there in the first place? You're just gonna throw them in a ditch.
Where's it going, anyways?
Away.
Oh.
Just like this story should.
Yeah.
As long as I could run, I ran. I didn't sleep until my body dropped. Everybody do the flop. I awoke, tired and groggy, my bones aching. I knew I had to run from what I knew. There was a virus going around. I knew exactly what my boss had done. He had shouted the name over the disease on the loudspeaker.
Oh, jeez.
Everyone who heard died. Some tried to block their ears, but the words flashed on the computers, and the light blinked it in Morse code. Everyone in the building was now dead. The terror they must have felt. The split second of reality. Bending agony. All the friends of men and women I used to know. Oh, the humanity. Oh, how terrible it is. Oh, how horrible. Oh, this is such a travesty. Also, why didn't they close their eyes and cover their ears?
Yeah, he did it pretty well earlier. He was covering his eyes and ears and running into walls.
Yeah, just with average reaction. But still, that'd be a... Were all of these people dumber than a sack of bricks?
Maybe.
Probably.
Yes.
I am now sleeping in a hotel room with 50 pounds. With the 50 pounds I brought with me and threw into a ditch. I am now sleeping in a hotel room I found. It's far away. It's old and quaint. I think I'll be fine here. They don't have a TV, and I always stay away from the radio. I'll live. I know a harrowing truth, but I can't tell. I have a name for this disease. It's simple, it's blunt, it is exactly what it says on the can. I call it instant death diz.
And so if he says disease, he'll die.
No, I think that's the point. I think he died. I think he died.
Missed the point.
Also, geez, it's funny. I read the title of this. I'm not dead. You dead?
Not yet. Feel dead, but
as do I.
I'm painfully living.
Yep. And yeah, it's instant death is that was the worst thing I have ever read.
The thing it actually stood for disaster,
disease.
You don't know that.
Instant death disorder.
Yeah.
It's a mental illness.
Distance. Dispatch.
Dissonance?
Distraction.
Dissonance?
Disintegration.
I think instant death failure would probably be the best description for this story.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha, smug. Anyway, what were your thoughts?
Organ vanishing cream.
Organ vanishing cream.
Yeah.
Just rub it on your skin, and it
makes it disappear.
But that sounds like the worst SCP ever made.
Yeah. Or maybe the greatest marketing product. I don't know. I got nothing.
It's an invisibility cream.
No.
Anyway, what are your thoughts on this awful piece of crap?
Better than the last one. In its own ways.
At least the last one was kind of funny.
It was pretty funny. I had a good time reading this.
Yeah.
No.
It's mostly the name that's funny, I'll be honest.
What was your favorite part?
The ending. Because, one, it finally ended.
Yeah.
And two, it's so cliche.
Mm.
And so bad. Also, I know we didn't read the comments of the last one, but that's because I didn't want to show my comments. We're going to read the comments of this one, because I haven't read these ones. There are none.
Probably better off that way. Yeah.
Well,
actually, my favorite part was the beginning, because I thought it was going to be really good, so I had really high expectations, but then after the first sentence, I was like,
You thought something called instant death disease was good.
I was optimistic, and I figured that the internet provides us with the best content known to man, so this could have fallen into that category.
To repeat a joke from earlier, do you really think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
No. It was really feel bad for him. You know, he even died writing this. Clearly.
Yeah, it's clearly not just a cliche in creepypastas that the main character dies. Also, funny thing, if he's dead, how was this posted?
Ghost.
Magic.
Oh, yeah. David Blaine needed.
He mind freaks all of us. Anyway, I think that'll do it for this episode. This was just a time killer. Tell me if you fellas like it. And also, to that one guy in one of my older videos who told me to stop, tell me that again if you don't like this. Anyway, have a nice day, everyone. Goodbye. Goodbye forever.